Welcome back, everyone. This is Awesome Games Done Quick 2021 Online, powered by Twitch. I am Mr. Game & Shout, and we are just about ready for the next run, but we do want to get a couple more donations in here first. Y'all love TazBot. There's no other way to put this. I just got here from Xandra a $100 donation. TazBot incentive, say no more. TazBot is what originally got me into GDQ, and it's always my favorite part of the stream. Let's go, chat. We can do it. Y'all can do it, and y'all are getting it done. We are over $52,000 on that. Also, remember, all of your donations toward that also get us closer to that $2.5 million incentive so that we can get one more game added on the end of this schedule. And I've got word that the runner is ready. Shredberg, my friend, I'm going to hand this stream over to you for Super Meat Boy. Show him how it's done.
Hey, everybody, I'm Shredberg. This is Super Meat Boy 106%. As I was saying in my interview earlier, this is everything. We're not skipping anything, all of the hard stuff. We're going to do it. I got two co-commentators with me. I have 106 expert chaikitty. Hello.
Hey, I'm chaikitty. You may have heard of me from some of my Celeste speedruns, but you may not know that I'm actually a Super Meat Boy 106% expert, having completed one entire run of this myself. So
that's a lot. That's a lot of runs.
I know.
I also
really excited to be here today.
Yes, I also have Fel the Curl. Fel, what's up?
Hello, hello. I am not quite a 106% expert, but I did at one point tie for second place in Super Meat Boy Forever, like 2 days after that game came out. So I'm also an expert, you could say.
Pretty impressive credentials. We're just gonna go ahead and get started. There's a lot to this run, but it's all gonna happen very fast. So I'll give a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so Super Meat Boy came out a little bit more than 10 years ago. If you've played the game, you probably know, the movement with Meat Boy. Very precise, very fast, very fun. And we're gonna be using him for probably about 45% of the game. But the biggest thing here is we're going to be unlocking these things called bandages. And bandages unlock different characters, and we want to unlock specific characters very quickly, particularly a character Nyjah. But we'll get more on that later. First here is warp zones. Warp zones are basically bonus levels. These particular bonus levels have 2 bandages in them. 3 levels. Unlike most of the game, you have 3 lives. So in a way, you need to be careful, but I don't think there's a warp zone really where we're super worried about it. Maybe skyscraper later, but we'll see. But yeah, we'll just make our way quickly. One thing that you'll notice is sometimes I pause the game. I'm not really doing it right now, but at the beginning of this level here, I'll be pausing. And it's a thing called auto jump. There I jump on every single frame. It makes me climb stuff way faster than humanly possible. So very, very handy little glitch in there. There's not going to be any major glitches other than glitch girl, which I'll explain in a bit, which isn't actually a glitch, it's just what it's called. But yeah, so the goal is, since we have to do, whoa, there we go, dropped an input. We need to get 20 bandages per chapter. There's light and dark levels. The light levels have 11 bandages, 20 levels. We want to beat these levels in a certain par time. And that unlocks dark versions of the levels. In warp zones, there's also character warp zones. You might know this guy, Commander Video, from the Bit Trip series. It's also in my favorite one of those series is Runner 2, which is just like Super Meat Boy Forever, but with this guy. And like dancing and stuff. But for the most part, we're going to be starting off this speedrun with pretty much just Meat Boy. As the first, I don't know, 4 or 5 characters we get are not particularly great, but they are from great games. But yeah. So chaikitty, in 106, how difficult is Forest? Is Forest one of the more difficult chapters or no?
Well, personally in my experience, I would say Forest, being that it is the first chapter, is not quite as challenging, but that's not to say that the speedrun for it won't be as challenging.
That's true. The speedrun for it's pretty easy, except for this strat right here. Oh, nice first try. It's quite difficult to get that one. There's a category reverse boss order where you do that strat like 30 times in a row, and it lets you glitch and get to just do crazy stuff. It's through a thing called bandage duplication. We're not going to be doing it here because it's a quite major glitch, but it's kind of fun. First boss order isn't, because doing that strat 30 times in a row is, I don't know, personally it's not how I like to spend my days. I don't know about you guys.
Shredberg, I have a question for you.
Yes, what is the question?
If Forest is not the hardest chapter, then why is it the place you reset the most?
That's a very good question, Phil. And that's because I have an issue called resetitis, and it makes me reset whenever I make a 2-second mistake.
You know, I think
From what I can tell, it's very contagious, but basically, so all speedrunners. Also, I want to listen to Forest Funk as many times as possible.
Oh, there we go.
And just the jam. All right, so we got through that. This is our first boss, Little Slugger, who has the best theme song in the game. Unfortunately, we only hear the build up to it. It's got like a sick solo, just like one of the coolest solos in like a video game song, but we don't get to hear it because we don't die. It's just an auto scroller, so there's nothing really much going on. But since I have time, I will explain what happens in the Dark Worlds. So we're looking for a thing like I explained 2 minutes ago, Glitch Girl. And what that is, it's a bonus level. So once you beat a boss, you have an RNG chance of getting it. It's your chapter completion percentage over 2001. So it gets better as you go along. You're more likely to get it later on than you are at the very start. So we're going to be looking for that. If we do not get it as we're playing through, we have to basically replay through a level and die a bunch until we get it. Which reminds me is that I will be donating $1 for every death I take in this run. I don't know how many I've taken so far. I don't think I have, but maybe I did. Who knows? But anyways, hopefully I'm not donating anything. But Glitch Girl could have that in mind. If I didn't donate anything, by the way, that would be... I don't think anyone's gotten even in like the teens for deaths in 106. So that would be crazy. It's a run where you're expected to die. chaikitty, as a 106 expert, how many times did you die on your...
Yes. I could check the exact numbers, but I believe I was at about 2,000. So,
sounds pretty... That's actually really low.
Hopefully...
That is really low.
Most people are like 10,000 their first playthrough.
I could double check. Yeah.
This is Glitch Girl right here. As you saw, Bandage Girl looked glitched out, and we're just playing a bonus level. There are levels that are faster than others, but for the most part, we don't really care that much. We just want to see Glitch Girl as we're playing through, so this is really good. The chance of seeing Glitch Girl is a little bit over 50% for most levels, except for 2 of them. So, but yeah, chaikitty, by the way, especially when we get to it, you'll see got through the kid warp zone in like 20 minutes. Fell and chaikitty did an 80% blind race, and chaikitty was like in enough of a lead to where he was gonna just do kid because he's also like a fan, and that was the quickest I've ever seen anybody do that blind. It's insane.
It's true. It was a fun warp zone. It was pretty hard, but Shredberg convinced me that it wouldn't be a true any % speedrun if I didn't complete that warp zone. So I had to do it.
Okay, what do I do? All right, we're good. I need to get that bandage there, especially like, so with those warp zones, if you accidentally miss a bandage, the game's not supposed to let you reset. Oh no, is that my first death? Dang.
No, that was your 3rd death.
My 3rd death, oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're much better at counting than me.
Thank you.
Yes, and speaking of deaths, I have a bit of a correction to make. It was not 2,000. It was actually 4,700. So
okay.
Just to clear
That's
it up.
Still good.
But
2,000 would be insane though for a first playthrough. But yeah, if you played this game, you know that it is quite difficult, and it gets more difficult. Forest starts out where it's leisurely, I'll say. There's some difficult strats. We're passing through saw blades like it's nothing, but yeah, we just have 3 levels to go. You could probably fit in a couple donations.
All right, you're going through these pretty fast. I'm gonna try and go through these pretty fast. I've got an anonymous donation for $500 with no comment. I've got another anonymous donation for $500 with no comment. I've got a donation from Rigmarole for $250 with no comment. WaterSage256 sent in $500 with no comment. Hands of Blue sent in $500 with no comment. I've got an anonymous donation for $500 with no comment. And Anthony F sent in $250. As my girlfriend would say, go meat man.
Go meat man. This game, when you mess up your strats, it's like, I don't know, I just get messed up every single time. Like, there's no saving stuff. Taking this, oh god. Either way, so we're done with Forest now. That's good. We're going on to Hospital. This is going to introduce a few new mechanics. Instead of just saw blades, it's going to have needles all over the ground. Very unsanitary. This hospital was obviously shut down for health-related reasons. You really don't like to see that. But it's also not super, it's one of the things about this run is you say that it's not super challenging, but it's actually quite tough. It's just you're comparing it to like much later on in the run where it just becomes a gauntlet. But even Hospital's pretty tough.
Yeah, this game can get quite absurd and precise at times.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, especially some of the bandages and some of the later worlds get really intense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Once you do it enough, like the bandage difficulty doesn't really register because that's just the strat that you do. But yeah,
Right.
Some of those bandages are not nice, especially 517. Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right, so this next level is going to be another character warp zone. This is going to be the character Jill from Mighty Jilloff. Shoutouts to Back. He is the 100% world record holder for that game, and he's also a Meat Boy speedrunner. And he also created Frog Champ, which is the world's best emote, in my opinion. I think
That's
in
true.
anybody's opinion that's seen
That's
Frog Champ.
just a fact at this point.
It is. All right, that's Jill. Bye, Jill. We're not going to use Jill again. When you complete a character warp zone, by the way, you unlock that character so you can continue to use it. But Jill is not particularly great. She has like a hover ability where you just keep pressing jump and it stalls your jump. Not going to be really used. Same with Commander Video earlier. It's not a character that is particularly good for the speedrun. What else has been happening? I'm trying to think because there's some tech I know that I haven't been talking about. I know I'm using 2 jump buttons. The game's not supposed to let you do it, but we allow a combination of keyboard and controller like mapped onto one controller to allow for accessibility, which is cool. This here is my favorite warp zone. It's just super fast and all of the levels have like a fun strat. It's not particularly hard or anything crazy. It just flows really nicely. And I like this one right here because I'm going to jump between 2 saws. And it looks more difficult than it is. It just kind of lines up. And then this one right here is fun. Oh, I might be late. Nope, cool. Use auto jump there to climb up there in 1 cycle. If you don't do it that way, you have to like, it's the backup strat's like 5 seconds slower. It's not really a backup. If you miss it, you die. Right here, so I'm going to be pausing the game, pretending like I'm exiting the map. And if you look in the top corner, the timer is at 0.00. This is because there's a bandage on this level. And we want to be able to get a par time, but still get the bandage. And 0.00, oh no, crap. That last jump always gets me. But anyways, we want to get that bandage, still unlock the dark version of the level. Well, or we could do that. That's fine. Now we don't have to worry about timer glitching. But yeah, normally we don't want to play through this level twice. But gonna have to now. The issue is when you die on this, when you do the timer glitch, you pause at a different time and it makes those flying purple dudes in a different spot than they are when you just go into the level. So it's like you have to have death strats, which are never fun in speedruns. You guys are Celeste runners. How many death strats do you actually learn?
I mean, a few. Yeah. I mean, you try not to, because you try to not want them. Just don't die.
That was a wild one.
Yeah, that is usually the answer.
Just don't die. That's good advice.
Just don't die or
As
reset.
you know, Shredberg, Celeste is a highly specialized run.
Highly specialized.
This is true.
Okay, this one you just kind of have to wait. If you set itself up there, you don't have to wait as long, but those guys kind of like stick their butt out, and if you're like just too close to them, you hit like the very end pixel of their butt, and it kills you, and you're like, I wasn't touching them, but you were. So I just... No, that's... Okay.
You never want to touch the butt.
Don't touch the butt. Meat movement is very, like, as you can see, very floaty, but in a good way. It's very precise. But if you sort of get it out of hand, it can be difficult to readjust. And there I jumped early, and oh, nice. That's called a slide, by the way. If you saw me just, like, slide up that wall. There's some strats that use it in any percent. In 106, I cannot think of one that's used that has a slide. I think you could implement it in a level. What would it be? Like 3-9. Uh-oh. Supposed to do a... There's a type of auto jump where you actually jump off an invisible ground. It's called storage jump. So you end a level on a wall or a ground. Okay. Didn't pause.
Yeah, then we need time to cheer as well.
Yep. This one has a... We basically are waiting for this laser cycle, and it essentially... the lasers don't stop until the A+ time is well exceeded, so yeah, timer glitch here.
Shredberg, how many
Why was
levels
I
would you
waiting?
say you need timer glitch on?
I got
On
morning
average,
brain
like-
going on right now.
Are a lot of
It's
the
okay.
bandages quick enough to grab without timer glitch, or do most of them require it?
There's like 4, I think, that I use timer glitch on. It might be more like 6, but it's not a ton. And keep in mind, there's on the light levels, there are, what is that? 11 times 5. That's 55. I'm so good at math. So, but like of those, there's about 6. In the Dark Worlds, we don't actually have to worry about A+. The reason why we don't have to worry about A+ on the Dark Worlds is so that the YouTube commenters say, hey, how come you didn't get A+ on 3-19? I thought this was 106%. And Dark levels don't actually matter for, like A+ doesn't count for the percentage, so we don't worry about it. This is Chad. Normally, right here, this screen stops, but we grab that key super early. And it just keeps scrolling. Saves about 8 seconds. It's one of those you blink, you miss it kind of strats too. There's going to be right here in Salt, there's going to be 2 timer glitches right off the bat. The first one's pretty interesting. Normally when you enter a level, you can't pause the game in time. You need to pause the game before the timer starts, but just the way the game works, it doesn't load in quick enough for you to pause. So we're actually going to go with Alien Hominid, who we unlocked earlier. Hello, Alien Hominid. All right, goodbye, Alien Hominid. And yeah, that was his appearance for the run. Very useful, but very, very short. There's a route that uses Alien Hominid for a couple levels later, but we're going to choose to use Joseph on those levels instead.
Very good choice.
Yes, Joseph is the cutest video game character, and he's just like 1.5 levels away.
So, Shredberg, what happened to Chapter 2's Dark Side?
We're gonna wait on that. Nyjah, who we're gonna unlock very soon, is actually really quick on a lot of those levels, so we're going to wait until we have her, or not have her unlocked, but at least enough bandages to where we're gonna unlock her about halfway through. And so we're actually gonna be doing a little bit interesting of a route here that I'll explain there. But this is Joseph. He's adorable. If you listen to the pitter-patter of his feet, it's just unbeatable, you know? Great guy. We use 2 jump buttons to, like, he has like a hover ability. You'll see it right here, or actually the next level. I thought this was, sometimes I forget this level exists because it's so fast. Right here. So you get a jump if you just run off stuff, and you also have like a hover like this. Actually, that's just another jump. But we combine those 2. We essentially back-to-back press the 2 jump buttons that we have, and it makes him float really high. He'll be back later. He only is in like 6 levels this run, which is much too few. But, you know, quality over quantity is what I say. This is probably like, it's not the hardest warp zone, but it's definitely the most frustrating. Particularly this bandage here. You have to be like extremely low and change direction like right away. And sometimes you just die. It's unfortunate. It's quite tough. You'd think
It's got
that it
a
wouldn't
cool
be.
ending though.
Oh no. It does have a cool ending. All right. Oh no, I died. Just kidding. There's a bandage girl off screen there. So there's some levels that have like 2 bandage girls. So if you notice, we're actually going back 3 levels and we're doing this warp zone. So we skipped that. The reason why is we actually want to play Dark Salt 5 through 7. And these 2 warp zones just so happen to be 5 through 7. I missed that bandage. And I died. Cool. This warp zone is teaching you that... Whoa, please. Oh my goodness. After 2,000 hours in this game, the biggest issue is I cannot jump on the side of blocks. I press jump early anyways. This teaches you that jumping off of a wall actually gives you more height than a normal jump. You cannot get those bandages without jumping off the top block here. You're just gonna be way too low. But these 3 levels, we're gonna play with Joseph. Our boy is back. And really using that super jump. Oh, I missed the bandage. Oh, there we go. Really using that super jump to our advantage here. We're skipping. Normally you have to grab like 3 or 4 keys, right, some conveyors up, but nope, we're just using that super jump. Pretty cool. All 3 of these levels have bandages. Again, our goal is to unlock Nyjah as fast as possible. She's 50 bandages. After this, we're gonna be at like 44, 45. I don't know what the count is, but we end this split with a lot of bandages, and it helps us get...
oh, not this level.
This level, yeah, casually that bandage, super annoying. But since Joseph, the height of his jump is not dependent on your speed before the jump. It basically resets. So you just go off of that conveyor and then you do a jump and it lines you up perfect every single time to get that bandage. It's a really handy strat.
Yeah, that level took me like 30 minutes. I ended up doing it with Nyjah.
Nice. That's funny to me. Nyjah is normally a character that casual players stay away from because it's just very awkward to control.
Yeah.
All right, right here, doing another timer glitch. We get to wait. I'm trying to think if anything's coming up in the next, well,
Warp zone?
we're gonna actually be skipping the next warp zone coming up.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's 3 warp zones for light levels, but this one we actually are gonna skip. It's the Ogma warp zone, who, by the way, coolest character in the game. Great character. Not useful for the speed run, but just, you gotta love Ogmo. It's actual law to love Ogmo. But we're gonna skip him because normally this warp zone is coming up in a few levels as we switch back to Joseph. You have to just stand there and wait for 10 seconds for the warp zone to pop up, but we're gonna use a special character later. It's gonna be faster, save ourselves like 5 seconds. Oh no, whoops. So if you use auto jump, you get the super jump really easily, but I forgot to cancel it and I shot up right out of the air.
That was a good one. I think
It was a good one.
before.
I didn't expect it until it happened. I thought that I had pressed jump, but I definitely didn't. All right, Joseph's got like 2 levels to go, so he'll be back, but unfortunately his time is almost over already.
I'm gonna miss the little guy.
Right here is a skip. It happens at any percent, but right here we're actually gonna grab the bandage too. Normally you have to wait for those key blocks. If that skip didn't happen, we'd have to timer glitch, but just do a well-timed jump there. Use auto jump for safety. And this is the last level here of Salt Factory Light. This one we just barely clear it. The A+ time that we're going for is 20 seconds, and I'll probably be getting like an 18.5. No, dang it. Well, a lot of deaths like that today. All for charity, you know, on purpose, really.
RNG
just-
manipulation. Just trying to get glitch girl.
RNG manipulation plus like, whoa, uh-oh. I might have to play through this twice. I think so. We'll see. Yes! 0.8
Oh my
seconds, let's go.
gosh.
Intended.
So let's see.
This is Brownie. You can go over here and do a very precise jump called the sprint jump, and it just barely clears you from doing it. A sprint jump is different from a normal jump. You actually let go of the sprint button as you do a jump. It makes your speed lower as you jump off the wall. Then you immediately press sprint again. That accelerates you towards that wall you jumped off much faster, and it keeps you closer to walls. I'm doing it actually all over the place to save time, but right there is one of the few places that it's actually mandatory to use. And now we're going back to Dark Hospital. And really, if you haven't noticed, the dark levels are basically like difficult remixed versions of the light levels. Some of them are drastically different, but I would say like 80% of them are like you're doing the same sort of mechanics. It's just, you know, a little bit tougher. All right, so here we're coming up on our, oh, whoops, you don't need an auto jump there. It's fine. Let's see if I got it. Nice, just barely. We want to see Glitch Girl here. We don't have Glitch Girl. That would save like a second. Flashing lights warning for this warp zone, by the way. It's not super bad, but it's kind of annoying. Lasts about 15 seconds. So if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff, just look away. And right here, we're going to be at, I think after this one, we're 2 bandages away. Oops. Oh no. Okay. That worked. That was not the strat. It worked though.
Naija is when the run really starts getting interesting, I think.
Naija is when the run really starts from like a speedrun perspective. It's before that, it's pretty consistent. And then Naija starts to just get really crazy. Yeah, we're at 48 bandages. We just have 2 to go, and then we get Naija, and it's a treat from then on out. Naija's unlike any character I've seen in the speedrun before. Meat Boy is cool too. I like him. You'll see more of him, don't worry. Oh, whoops. But Naija, really special character. Here we're gonna do like a fun out of bounds thing. Oh no, whoops. I say fun. It's actually kind of frustrating. No. Okay, cool. Not exactly what I wanted. Oh, please grab the bandage.
Oh my gosh.
All right, now we have Naija. Naija has a dash. It's a super fast dash. It's going to make a lot of the levels just like breeze by.
Yeah.
Like this right here, we're gonna try to clip through this wall, and we did it. Cool. So we're gonna do plenty of clips right here. Can basically gets the dash back by touching a wall, ceiling, any sort of surface. Oh no. It can also, like I accidentally did there, you can like change your momentum mid-dash. You have like 6 to 10 frames to change your momentum in air. And it can help you like go around corners super fast, do crazy movement stuff. So we're gonna be using that a lot. But Naija is faster for like 90% of levels, especially levels that have like ceilings and stuff that you can really like start cruising on. Very exciting character. Like this one. Unfortunately, my strat I have to wait there, but you know, let's just do a skip here. Normally this level's like 25 seconds long, but we just zoom over to the center, just barely get that wall, and there we go. So the way Naija's dash work is like really different from a lot of games. Most dashes, right, you press dash and it gives you like a certain speed vector, right? Like if you think of Celeste, it's just like a straight line, whatever direction you're pointing is the direction. With Naija, it's really not that. It takes your speed vector from the time that you press dash, and it adds that to a predetermined vector on top of that. Oh, nice, we got Glitch Girl. Cool.
Oh, that's
Hey.
awesome.
Good
That's
RNG so far.
2 grinds avoided?
I know.
2 grinds avoided.
That's really good.
Yeah. You really do like to see it. There's like 2 chapters where you really don't want to grind because they take longer than normal, but oh, whoa. Okay. Another slide there. You don't want to see slides in runs because they really trip you up. You don't plan for them. What happens is when you press jump a second time in a row, I don't know if I've ever slid there, and I got it
Wow.
twice in a row. Insane.
That's awesome.
The frame precision.
Shredberg truly breaking grounds.
All right. Okay. All right, cool. Awesome. My goal for this run, if nothing else, was to get that level first try. Way harder than it looks. But we're almost out of hospital here. Yeah, we're just using Naija, and this is really what like the rest of the run's gonna look like. is just using Nyjah to zoom through levels, do some skips. Right here is a good, this one's actually like really precise movement, mostly because there's those gaps in between walls, and if you're not careful, Nyjah will like zoom in between those. And so this is the part where you can actually, there's several different routes to take. We're gonna go to HE double hockey sticks first. And we're gonna use Nyjah the whole way. It already starts off, like right here is a level that normally it takes like 18 seconds with Meat Boy, but with Nyjah, super quick. If you see me sometimes float off of the ceiling, it's a thing where if you are holding the dash button as you go off of a corner of a ceiling, you'll have like a float. It's a bit of a glitch. You don't want to see it. We'll be abusing the float mechanic in a couple levels, but when you're doing that kind of dash, you don't want to see it. Oh no. Also, there's a specific type of dash called a super dash. It's frame perfect. Oh, that one was weird. And I'm gonna try to get off of this wall. I'm missing it. It's not even like worth it, because that's what happens if you do a normal dash. But I was trying to. It makes it save like, oh no. Right there I got a super dash when I didn't want it. Someone was saying, I think it was Slaughter, who's a really, really great Nyjah player, is like, at first you learn how to super dash, then you learn how to not super dash, because once you start like getting it down, you kind of just get super dashes where you don't want them, and it can be frustrating. And this is a warp zone here. I think now would probably be a good time for a few donations.
Sounds good. I have a $25 donation here from Luke Island. Thank you, GDQ, for all that you do. Warp Zone! I've also got a $25 donation from Spectron. Hey, Shred, Spectron here from the Easy Allies Discord. Good luck on the run, but not too much, since we'd also like to see some amount of donation from you.
Got that covered already. You can do a couple more.
All right. Let's take Trollbeard's donation here for $25. This is from my boy Shred, finally making it to the big stage. I've also got $40 in from King Dime, squeezing in one last donation for this astounding 106% showcase by Shredberg at GDQ. By the way, Shredberg, gotta ask, what's your favorite music track from Super Meat Boy?
That's a hard question. I think Fetus Blues, but also like Ballad of Little Slugger is super good. This song is super good. The dark version of this is super good. If I had to choose, probably Ballad of Little Slugger. It also helps that I don't really like hear that song as much as all the other ones, since you do it so quickly. So like the best part doesn't get ruined. Fetus Blues, you hear it every run. So this soundtrack is so good. Hello? There we go. It is like, definitely deserves its reputation for one of the best just soundtracks in general. I was gonna say indie soundtracks, but like just soundtracks in general. Bell and Chai, when you were playing through it, what were your favorite tracks?
My favorite track is from Dark HE double hockey sticks. I think.
HE double hockey sticks.
Yeah. No, that's Dark Hack. That's the one. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite. I never played it, but I definitely enjoy listening to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I enjoyed most of them. I don't know. I'm not really like recalling one specific that stood out to me, but I bet if I heard them again, I could decide.
The whole track. I missed. There's like a thing where you jump under lasers there. I missed every single one of them. Which is like, I don't know if that's happened to me. Like oh god. Okay. This is like a tight A+. Normally I would do timer glitch here, but I'm okay. Well, or I could miss the dash. That's fine. We'll play through it twice. Better than dying, I suppose. But not what you want to do. There's a really cool clip strat right here where you do a super dash. You press a button to unlock a thing that unlocks the bandage over here. Oh, nice. I threaded the needle there.
Ooh.
This dash is harder than it looks because there's a thing called half blocks in this game. And with Nyjah, if you try to dash where there's a half block, the game actually thinks that, the game thinks you're on a wall when clearly there's not a wall there, so it just eats your dash. It's the reason why the level I was saying that, why did I dash there? Anyways, let me just concentrate here, I guess. Okay, that's not the strat. But we got another character warp zone coming up from a great game. Shoutouts to Killing Pepsi. Fly Wrench. I have never played the game. Looks fun. I've never played it. Made by the same people who made Nidhogg, and I have played that one, and I do like Nidhogg. Oh gosh. He has this like a multi-jump mechanic, but it's kind of weird. If you like neutral jump on your first jump, you get more height than if you are pressing a direction. It's kind of wonky. But yeah, so Nyjah here is gonna skip through stuff. Normally you have to like sit on a conveyor, but that's slow. And yeah, coming up, we're gonna have my actual favorite boss of the run.
It's a good luck.
It's a good boss. It's not hard, which is exactly why he's the best boss. Oh, whoops. That's another place right there where there's a half block where normally this part would be rather easy. But since the half block will like eat your dash, you gotta go out a little bit farther sometimes. Anyways, it's Little Horn right here. All the bosses, by the way, you have to play as Meat Boy. You can't change characters. So normally what this wants you to do is like run around and avoid these things that he slams down. That's the same thing every single time, so it would be easy probably no matter what. But what's supposed to happen is these like burnt Meat Boys fall down and sort of keep you there. We're just gonna stand right here, and that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna jump one more time here and make sure my jump on. I always get afraid that I'm gonna like my controller like disconnects or something. I jumped way early there. Still made it. It's not tight or anything, so worked out. But yeah, it's my favorite boss. What were your guys' favorite boss?
Well, I think when I played this boss, I had a bit of a different experience than this one standing there. It wasn't quite that easy.
I didn't. I used to strat casually. It was
Nice.
amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I liked. I thought the chapter 3 boss was pretty cool because you were like, it's the one that you skipped, of course, but it's just you're kind of like racing against the other guy. And it was kind of fun to like required you to go fast.
Yeah, it's a fun race. Super cool.
My favorite was the first one because it was the least frustrating.
It's definitely the least frustrating. Yeah, so one thing here is like I could try to like explain all of the strats that I'm doing, but with Nyjah, like all of the strats are so fast that it's kind of like useless to even try to do that. Just like I think there's what 400 levels in this, and if you take that with the time, it's like on average like 6 seconds a level or something like that. It's extremely short. Like right here, normally you want to press a bunch of buttons, but you just dash. Oh no, you dash underneath stuff and that's it. But now we're gonna get to what is definitely the hardest part of this video.
Yeah.
It's the Kid Warp Zone. If you played this, very notoriously difficult. But let's see. I'm gonna concentrate here.
All these levels are just super long and super precise.
I don't get how this took me 20 minutes your first time. Especially this one. This one legitimately took me 2 hours the first time I did it. I left my game on overnight because you can't like turn the game off in warp zones, and I didn't want to redo the first level.
Yeah.
Gotta love
Yeah,
it.
that's the nice thing about these warp zones is that if you die, you don't have to go back to the start. Like you go back to the start of the level, but you don't have to replay the first level.
Heck. I think because of Kid, it doesn't have lives. All right, that's a weight off my shoulders. Let's go.
And he's three.
Wow,
Nice.
first try. That's awesome. Would you say that is the most terrifying level to approach on a good pace, or?
Yes, because you lose like Deathless Kid. Let's go, dude. Let's
Oh my
go.
gosh, that's awesome.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Oh my goodness. I can like. Whew.
Shredberg is a gamer.
It's very stressful, especially on Kid 2. If you take a death, it's probably like a 15-second death at least. So if you're on good pace, like on Kid 2, you can just take a death, and it's your fault, but it's so precise that it it'll just happen sometimes. So it's definitely can be pretty stressful. Luckily, 15 seconds in 106 isn't a huge deal, but you don't want to lose 15 seconds, you know? Hidden bandage there. Oh, these are, I call them zombie boys. I think everybody calls them different things, like burnt boys, abominations, whatever. There's a bit of RNG with them. On the light levels, it doesn't really affect you too much. On the dark levels, they can be a bit of a pain, but yeah. But we're just gonna go in here with Nyjah and like avoid them. One of the nice things with Nyjah, where like sometimes you can just go hide on the ceiling and yeah, you don't have to worry about it. Chai, you said that you used a little bit of Nyjah. How did it feel casually?
I think the thing I had the hardest time with was when to actually dash. So you press the dash button, but the dash doesn't actually occur until you release the dash button.
Yeah, you basically like float. It augments your velocity in like a bubble state.
Right, and like that was really useful in a lot of places just on its own as well. But like just a lot of times when I just wanted to do the dash, it was hard for me to like just press it and like release it really fast.
Yeah, we're actually gonna abuse that mechanic along with auto jump in like 2 levels.
Yeah, but I actually use Nyjah a lot, especially in Dark Rapture, because there were some levels that I could skip like big parts of the level with it, and I just thought it was easier.
Yeah, like 5-1 and 5-2x are definitely. There's not a ton of levels that are like a lot easier with Nyjah, but those 2 for sure are way easier. This is a bandage here where it's not possible with Meat Boy. So you can't 106 the game with just Meat Boy. You have to use other characters. So here we're gonna float and be in a auto jump state, which lets us, since it's like augmenting our velocity. Whoops.
Nice.
Yeah, I jumped way too high there. There we go. So it basically lets you just float up the whole thing. There's another precise strap there, but only like a second faster, and it's a lot harder. And so we're quickly approaching. Oh, I like this level. You can actually skip this with Meat Boy too. Normally it's like a 20-second level, but there's a fun skip. So I'll explain it like way beforehand. There's a boss coming up, Larry. Oh, whoops. I should have dashed again, that's fine. Larry is all RNG. It's, we're basically gonna be like waiting for 3 worms to jump. And we're gonna do a little bit of a manipulation though. We're actually gonna do the thing that we've done with Timer Glitch earlier, where we pause the game, we pretend like we're gonna exit the game, and we go back. And what it does is it makes some animations still run in the background, even though they shouldn't be. And it works with Larry. It basically brings Larry up to right before they would jump. So what you can do is kind of desync. Normally, only 1 worm would be able to jump per cycle, but we're gonna try to separate them out to where we get 2 of them to jump on the very first cycle. So that saves about 3 seconds. Technically, you could get all 3 of them to jump on the first cycle. I think the odds of just getting the RNG to where you can do that is like 1% or something like that. And if they don't all jump, which is 12%, then you just lose time compared to 2 cycle. Whereas 2 cycle actually helps your RNG as you're doing it. So it's gonna make more sense as I do it right here. So I'm gonna pause the game in a very specific spot. You can see there's those dust clouds there. One of them's gonna jump. Nice, I got both. And so this one, let's hope. Let's see. No, it's not gonna jump. So now I just have to wait. 2 cycle is the best that I go for. This is gonna be, oh, dang. If they have a thin cloud, by the way, that means they're not gonna jump, so right there, he won't. If the cloud's a little bit thicker, that means I have a 50% chance. So it's 50-50 that whether it's a thin or thick cloud, and then it's, 25-25 between those 2. And when he doesn't jump, we just wait here. So there's literally nothing else I can do. The longest that it's taken me is 3 minutes. And that was fun. At a certain point, you start to root for Larry to be as long as possible, because it's one of those where like, when else are you gonna see a 3-minute Larry,
But you get the 2 cycle, or you hope for the 5-minute one.
This is fun. This is what happened to me on that one too, where I got the first 2 to jump and then it just didn't. Okay, so that wasn't a good Larry, despite getting the setup at the very beginning, but it's fine. No. All right, now we're going to finish up the any percent portion of this. We're just going to go right to the end. This is only 5 levels long. They're a lot longer. We can only play as Meat Boy. We're actually going to be playing Meat Boy only for the next, like, what is it? 15 minutes, I would say. So bye-bye to Nyjah for a bit. Yeah, these levels, this is like the only one that doesn't have any skips in it, and it's just a very fun level in general. Quite long, one of the longest light levels that we do, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, and no bandages.
That's true. No bandages. Also, we're going to unlock Cotton Alley in a minute after we beat this, and that's not going to have bandages either. So no bandages that we have to worry about. No warp zones. Well, actually, no, it's no warp zone here, but there's a glitch level. But obviously, we have to beat the boss first, so we're not going to see it in our light playthrough. All right, here on 6-4, we're going to be going for a strat that is quite fast and quite fun, but quite precise. Going to go underneath these 3 saws. Nice. Just barely not hit that saw. Try to go in between these. Okay, that's fine. I missed that part, but it's still faster to do this. It's right before that cycle. It's like a second faster than the normal strat. It's a lot of fun to do. Quite precise and quite tricky, but once you get it down, it's super fun. Right here, going between 2 saw blades. Normally we'd have to grab a key in here, but we're just gonna do like, I walk off of that without sprint, and at a certain point I press sprint, auto jump for safety, skip a key. And now it is the boss. What a quick run this has been. Wow, already at the final boss. I think we're gonna be underestimated, guys. We essentially played through this boss twice. The other one is just a little bit harder. Same thing as, there's like a light and dark. Normally with bosses, they only have their normal version. Fetus is the only one with a light and a dark version. We jump over these saws and we just are gonna wait here on this button. As I do, I'll do a first round of shout-outs. So shout-outs to the whole Super Meat Boy community. Shout-outs to, you know, Mr. Galaxy, those ones I love. They did any percent races a bunch, really got me into the game. Just watching it was super, super fun. You know, shout-outs to Mate, Uber, Slaughter, basically anyone who's helped me with Nyjah stuff. They are insanely good with that. Everybody else in the Meat Boy community, Warm Ham, Fims, Jankmo, I'm forgetting people, but shout outs to all you guys. The Super Meat Boy community is very nice, very friendly. We love to see new runners. It's a quite popular speed game, but it has the feeling of a very like close, tight-knit community. So if you've ever wanted to speedrun Super Meat Boy, I highly recommend it. Even this run here, it seems a lot harder than it is. To get to the level that I'm at takes a lot of time and a lot of practice, and it is quite difficult. Why did I move over? But once you just do it, you'll die a lot fewer times. It's a lot easier to get through it, and you'll just keep saving time. It's a really great category to grind. Any percent's good too. I highly recommend it. So this is Cotton Alley. We get to play as Bandage Girl, so therefore it is the best chapter in the game.
This is true. This is a fact.
Yeah. Chai, when you were playing through Cotton Alley, what on a difficulty from like 1 to 10, what are your thoughts?
Well, in general, I like the difficulty of Cotton Alley. I thought it was cool that you could only play as Bandage Girl, so you couldn't, you know, play with Nyjah and like do like a bunch of crazy skips or anything. There were definitely certain levels that were more difficult than others.
Which one was the most difficult for you?
I'm thinking it was 15.
That makes sense.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see when we get there, I guess. But yeah, I really like this level. I think Dark Rapture was probably harder simply because that had bandages, whereas this level does not have any bandages. So you can kind of just focus on just beating the levels instead of having to get like extra difficult collectibles along the way.
Even from a speedrun perspective, I agree. Dark Rapture is much harder than this. There's a category, all achievements, where the achievements in this game, you want to get through chapters deathless, which is very difficult. But on that one, you just have to try to do that. So it's a lot of fun, but at the same time, very difficult. But anyways, Dark Rapture took me like as long as Light and Dark Cotton combined. It like pulls no punches, really easy to take fast deaths. This one, there's a lot of safe strats.
Yeah, I think Cotton still took me longer than Dark Rapture, but I don't know, it didn't feel as hard.
Sure, that makes sense. The first half of Cotton Alley is definitely... I'm about to jinx this. Have I taken a death so far in Cotton Alley?
You have not.
Ooh, boy.
Don't think so, yeah.
Ah, okay, cool. I was going for a skip there, and I like just barely missed it. You want to land on like the side of one of those blocks, and I landed above it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, cool. I was a little bit lower than I wanted to be.
Nice.
Was it this level, chaikitty?
Yeah, this one.
Dang.
This
Hate
one
to
is
see
really
it.
hard for me.
Oh no.
I think like I beat this one and then I ended up being like a second away from getting the A+, and then I had to beat it again. And so like I beat it and then it took me like 20 minutes just to beat it again.
Some of the A+ times on Cotton
Yeah.
Alley are mean. They're just mean.
Yeah.
The last level here coming up, I think the A+ time is 45 seconds, and like I get through it in 36, which 9 seconds seems like a lot of time, but like it's really not. You have to just zoom through that level casually to get the A+. It's quite mean with an A+
Level has a lot
time.
of cycles on it as well, so
Yeah.
figuring out casually like a way to get through all of that is
Yeah,
probably really
for
difficult.
level 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
I think I just got that one.
I can't believe I've gotten so many of these like super difficult levels, and then it's just like the very end I have to press jump off of a wall, and it's like, nope,
Yeah, pressing
Not
jump
that
is the
one.
hardest part of the game, so to be fair.
that's true.
True.
Oh, dang.
That's true in Celeste as well.
All right, this is still a good Cotton Alley for the most part.
Grinding for Glitch Boy right there.
For Glitch Boy. No glitch boy doesn't unfortunately not exist. So luckily we don't have to like have RNG in this chapter. It is the only full chapter without RNG. Feels good. And so this is the level. It's extremely long.
Yeah. This level was really hard for me at the very, very end.
This part
I don't know
is
why,
very
just
scary,
those last
no
couple
matter what.
jumps. Yeah.
Yeah, this is always the part at which I'm glad I never got this far in this game.
Nice first try. Let's go.
Let's
That's
go.
awesome.
Okay, so if you go into a chapter, like once you go into a chapter, it puts you on level 1, but it's actually slower to do that compared to just move on the map. So we don't exit out of the chapter, just move on the map, and we go to Dark Cotton. Dark Cotton, very hard, but quite straightforward. There's not a ton of skips in it, I want to say, and there's a lot of auto scrollers. Light Cotton is my favorite. Dark Cotton has some really cool stuff. Like I think the next level coming up feels really cool. Like we just barely miss a bunch of saw blades.
Yeah, this level was
Easy.
really cool.
Dark Cotton has always been really visually just awesome to watch, I think.
This strat is really fun, but pretty precise. Oh, I already messed it up. Cool. That's fine. I do not like the backup as the only thing. You're a lot closer to hitting these floating purple boys than... Whoa, okay. Second try. Jumped early there, bonked my head. Oh, okay. How did I grab that key? How did I not grab that key? Okay. Well. That's how this level goes. It's definitely like... Uh-oh. All right, let's... Concentration time. Oh, actually, let's see if I can get it. No, grab the key. All right, not good.
Oh man.
So this is 106% in a nutshell. Like, why it's so hard is it's really easy to just get a death. No, I bonked my head again. Oh no. It's
Yeah.
really
No.
easy to just get like stuck on a level and lose like normally not this much time, but a little bit. All right. Uh-oh, are we getting it? Let's go.
Let's go.
There we go. Easy.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, and so for the most part, a lot of this stuff is pretty straightforward. So now would be a fantastic time to get donations. How close are we to that Link's Awakening task?
I am so glad that you asked. We are at about $59,500 out of the $200,000 that we need on that. So everyone, please keep those coming in.
I think we can hit that this run for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, I got a couple of longer donations for you. So,
Let's go.
First one I've got here is from some of you mentioned earlier, Warm Ham sending in $75. Hey, Shredberg, how does Nija watch her speed while she's driving? She checks her dashboard. Hey, Shredberg, how does Nija like her eggs? Sunny side up with a dash of pepper. Hey, Shredberg, what's Nija's favorite food delivery service? Uber Eats.
DoorDash.
I knew it was going to be Uber Eats.
And then one more to get in real quick here. Some of you may have heard it before. The Yeti coming in here with $20,000.
Boy.
Hey all, Yeti here. The last day of a GDQ event is always bittersweet. On the one hand, we have some of the hypest runs of the week. And on the other hand, it's nearing the end of the most exciting week in speed gaming. Most of all, we are super energized about hitting that 2.5 million to unlock the bonus game. I know we can do it. Let's go!
Let's go. This right here has a very fun skip. Although if you miss it, you lose 20 seconds. Nice, we got it. Cool. Or like 25 seconds too. Not super precise. Just really frustrating if you miss it.
This level is really cool.
This and a light level are like my two favorite levels in this game.
Yeah,
they're just
I really
super
like this
fun.
one.
They're super precise. They work really well with the mechanics of the game. Level design in this game is top notch. This next level coming up, so this one right here, casually, is like, to be honest, the first time I played through this, I just looked it up. I was like 715x walkthrough, and then you just do this.
Yeah.
You go and you hide, and right before the first little like guy hits the ground there, you do a jump, and then you're safe. How did you find that, chaikitty?
I just kind of, I mean, I think I had probably, I mean, I've definitely seen you do it before, but just in my time frantically running around that room, I just kind of found that when I went into that corner that only the one guy would shoot at me. So I was like, oh, I think I can just like, I mean, I did basically exactly what you just did.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Level here, we're like trying to jump in between some rockets. Just jumped a bit too high. That's right here.
Yeah, this
It's
one's
more
kinda hard
waiting,
too.
so if you have donations, read a couple.
Sounds good. I've got a $50 donation here from Rack Pack. I guess you could say Meat Boy classifies as fast food.
Nice.
I've also got a donation here from Brendan for $600. No comment, but thank you so much. And Schma came in with a $250 donation, $250 for one-shotting the Kid Warp Zone.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, at the very end, what I like to do in my chat, and we can do it quickly in this run, you can guess the amount of deaths that I have in the run. It's very fun. Normally, death counter ends up around, like for a good run, it's like 50. For a like PB run for me, I can get like 70. 70 is a good number for that. A normal run's probably like 100 something, depending on RNG for Glitch Girl. Sometimes you just have to die a lot. Okay, this level's like, oh, whoops. I missed the cycle. You're supposed to go under there. This one, a lot of people say is easier than the light version because the hard part is out of the way early. And I tend to agree. I think it is more difficult. Like, if I had to get through one of them deathless, I would choose 7-20 every single time. But... So, some of you wise viewers out there might have noticed, wait, Shredberg, you missed the level in Rapture. What are you doing? And it's because what I'm trying to do here is get a glitch where I want to see Glitch Girl. And that would save me about 8 seconds. There's like a 2% chance it happens, but it is worth it. Okay, we didn't get it. What happens is that if you get Glitch Girl on the same level that you get a warp zone, after you finish that glitch level, you end up on top of the warp zone without actually unlocking it. So it saves you the time of replaying the level over. Unfortunately, we didn't get it, but luckily, there's actually a second point in this chapter that we can also do it. And that saves even more time than if we got it there. So hopefully we see it there. This is one of the more notorious, like, warp zones. It's not super difficult in the sense of, like, there's not one thing that you really... Maybe this part right here can be tough casually. The thing about it is just really long. This part right here is, like, already one of the longer warp zone levels, but you have to go back and do it twice, which...
Yeah.
The speedrun perspective can be very infuriating if you die on your way back. I assume that you game overed on this one plenty, chaikitty?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, so if what happens here, so like, for example, if Shredberg died on this level 3 times, he would have to play that first one over again. So that can be pretty costly as well, but I think we'll be okay today. Awesome.
And this third level here is, unlike the first two, it's actually like quite straightforward, except there's one jump that's like really mean.
Yeah, the jump at the end is pretty hard.
It's pretty mean. I got it down pretty well, but
yeah, it looks like way easier than it is to jump down there.
And it already looks
plus you're
pretty
like
hard.
stressed out because whoops.
Yeah.
We're using another clip there. I did 2 dashes instead of just 1. Okay, please. There we go.
Yeah, so this one is like a
probably
whole nother
slower
level
there for me
over
to force the clip, but
But it looked a
like
lot
half
cooler,
level
so...
now.
yeah, way cooler. Next level is like a notoriously difficult level, 5-3x. It's just not forgiving at all. It's got these like gravity orbs, and then there's saw blades. So if you're like, you need to figure out a cycle strat, and casually it's just, whoa.
This one is hard, yeah.
Yeah, even at the speed run, if you're just off cycle a little bit, like what happened to me there, there's no real way to back it up. You just have to do it, or you just have to try to back it up. I don't know. There's no real way to back it up. Just don't mess up, forehead. You know. Yeah, this is probably the longest. Well, it's actually definitely the longest split in the run. Okay, please. There we go. Which is the perfect time for more donations. Let's go. I want to hit the LADX run.
All right, we'll see what we can do for that. There's $25 here from Jace Longstrider. Excited for Meat Boy to get completely shredded soon. Donation goes toward Tass breaking Link's Awakening even further. And an update on that, we are at just about $62,000 on that, so thank you everyone for those donations. Also, we just cracked $1.7 million for the week. We're still heading for that 2.5 mil to get the extra game added to the schedule, so keep on top of that one as well. I've also got $10 here from Xanagear. Shout out to my favorite Mario Sunshine streamer, Shredberg. We've been friends for a long time, and I had to donate during your run of Super Meat Boy. Can't wait to see the return of 120 Shine runs. Love, Xanagear.
Me and Xanagear, we both know that Super Mario Sunshine is one of the 3D Mario games that have ever come out. It's up there with ones like Super Mario 64 as games that have come out. Oh, nice Witch Girl. Okay. No grind so far. This is great RNG.
This is the
really
best
good.
RNG that I have ever seen.
Really good
in this
RNG.
run.
We still got 3 chapters to go, but halfway there. Whoa, whoa, living on a prayer. This has got a fun thing right here. Not all of the saw blades. Oh, well, we'll die once.
For sure.
But not all the saw blades like kill you if you go behind them. So we like fall down and go behind 2 of them. It's really fun.
That's cool.
Except when you die. Alright. I'm just gonna go for it. I don't remember my strat when I didn't do that.
Yeah, in general, one thing I noticed too is on these glitch levels, the collision is kind of weird for a lot of, just a lot of like the death places you can die. I remember on like the hospital one, I jumped into a ceiling, and like on the other side of that ceiling was lava, but it like killed me just for hitting the ceiling.
Yeah, that.
Pretty weird.
The spikes, like the
Yeah.
hitboxes will go through walls. Essentially, it can be quite frustrating. But when you
they
get
don't
used
plumb
to it,
glitch
the
levels for
speedruns,
nothing.
you get used to it.
I know you were talking about lava in particular as just being really a great
that too.
boxes.
That
It wasn't
too.
just the lava, but yeah.
The spikes can do that too. Warp zone's a
The
little.
lava was
This
just
game's a
one
little bit
that stood
janky. Great game, but it definitely at times shows its age a little bit. I mean, it's not like it's super old or anything, but you know, definitely 2010 indie game. You know,
It's got character.
it's got character exactly. You know what I mean?
It even has Ogma as a character.
That's true. That was a bit of RNG that didn't go my way. There was a guy that was just chilling there, and we don't want that. You know. Oh my goodness. This song is so good, dude. GDQ chat, question for you. What is your favorite song in this game? King Dime asked me earlier. I'm asking you, what's your favorite song? Let me know with donations, and let's hit Link's Awakening. Well, there we go. DX. We can do it. And there's probably enough time for a couple donations as I finish this out.
Sounds good. I have a $50 donation from Malin the Swede. Super Meat Boy is red, Mega Man is blue, GDQ is awesome, so this donation is for you. I've also got $35 here from Sand Shark. It's 5 a.m. in Australia, but I just had to get up and watch Shredberg blast through Meat Boy. Best of luck in your run, mate. Sending you good vibes for quick Glitch Girl spawns.
It worked. Thank you, Sandshark. One of the nicest guys in all of speedrunning. You can keep going with donations.
All right. I've got Moose at Play coming in here with $200. Gotta see that extra Taz run. And y'all are, oh wow, we're flying on that. We're over $64,000 towards that now at about $64,400. So keep that coming. I've also got a $50 donation from Kona Rican. I wanted to wait on my last donation of the event for something special. Shredberg's skill and chill playing Super Meat Boy ranks as more than special enough to donate for. Thank you everyone for volunteering your time to put this event together. Thank you Tech Crew for keeping the stream going, and thank you everyone who donated this event. Let's get the last incentives met and hope to see you all again at SGDQ.
All right, so this is the last level of it. We're gonna use like a little clip here, or else getting in the middle of that chamber is just not fun. We do have to replay this level. It's one of the longer warp zones to get. It's really nice when you get Glitch Girl on this level, but we've already gotten Glitch Girl, so you know, you kind of accept it when that's happened, but you know. This was a really good. This split is like notoriously for me where I just kind of like fall apart with Nyjah because some of the strats are just really tight, but that was pretty good.
That level in particular with the warp zone is one that seems to cause a lot of problems, but that was awesome.
Yeah, just because of like, to go back to how Nyjah works, it's like it's based off of your velocity and then it adds a vector on top of that, you know, if you remember physics stuff, vectors, all that stuff, very fun. So it's not like you can just be in the same place and dash and then you know, it's going to work every single time. You also have to make sure that your speed is the same and then everything's consistent. So like you really, unlike with Meat Boy where it's sort of like, okay, here's the range in which you jump, it's like roughly right here. You have to really understand like, okay, if my velocity is this and if my velocity is here and my position's here, I should be good. Like you really need to understand levels a lot more than with Meat Boy. And not only that too, but if you start to add in super dashes, it can really start to get challenging. Also, these segments here are like, I don't know, a little bit harder than it looks. It's just not very comfy with Meat Boy's speed.
Yeah. The walking speed's just a little too slow and the dashing speed's a little too fast for that section.
All right, cool. Good.
Nice.
Now we're gonna go into Dark Hell. Dark HE double hockey sticks. There we go. There we go. we're gonna be using Nyjah for all but one level here. A lot of fun, very fast. The song is so good. Game and chat, was there any donations from people with their favorite songs?
Let's see. Nothing with songs that I see just yet.
What?
But one here that I do want to get in real quick. Pedro came in with $1,000. If Shredberg wants to see Zelda TAS, I'll do my part. Great run, man.
Thank you, Pedro. No! Ah!
Oh, that was a glitch girl
we
too.
had glitch girl there. For those that don't know, we had glitch girl. This was about to be the best luck I've had in a long time. That last jump's not even very hard. I kind of messed it up. What? No way. On purpose,
No
folks.
way.
Oh my god.
On purpose. I knew it would happen. You know.
This is the best
Unbelievable.
luck I've ever seen in
Yeah.
runs.
This is
all
like
that
far
means
and
is
away. Like,
All that means is Darkend's not gonna get lucky for me. This is like by and far, in my opinion, the easiest, or maybe second easiest. I don't know. It's a really easy glitch level. Oh, there's a pretty tough strat that I don't do for it.
Yeah, this one's easy. I thought the easiest one was for the end on the spaceship
Really?
or on the airship. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that gives you a lot of time to sort of chill, and you can just kind of wait. Oh wait, no, it's got the saws behind you. You can't wait. Here we go.
I don't know.
Using Nyjah's like U-turn ability there, and right here there's a warp zone, like the cruelestly placed warp zone. But we used Nyjah's float ability to get right in there. This first jump here, way harder than it looks. Like, got it first try, I'm glad. Way harder than it looks. Like, even casual, like, you'll probably get it your first time. It's not that bad. Like, from a speedrun perspective, though, it just feels so bad when you die on it. And, I mean, look, I like to think I'm pretty good at the video game. I like to think that I have some skill. But whenever I die on that level, it feels a little bit bad. And I think that this is, yeah, so Meat Boy will be back, but this is his last level for a while. This has a very fun skip with Nyjah. It's very hard. But for the rest of it, we're gonna keep using and abusing levels with Nyjah.
This level, very hard.
Goodness. Yes, it is. This one I think is called, is this one Weeby? It's either Weeby or Billy Boy. It's like a Donkey Kong level. You know, it's like the lava balls are.
Yeah, I tried to beat that level with Meat Boy and I could not do it, and then I eventually did it with Nyjah.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense because you can stick on walls. We just unlocked Captain
I
Viridian.
didn't know I could stick on walls. I don't know. The way I did it was kind of weird. It took me like, I don't know, it took me forever. It took like at least 40 minutes.
This bandage here is a little bit mean. It's not as hard as it looks, but I mean, with dashes with Nyjah, it's always a little bit scary. What? Why didn't I turn around there? So right there, I also did that in the light version, but the lasers don't actually have their lasers like ready to kill until like half a second through the level. So it looks like we just passed through it. So do the same thing right here. Oh no. Fine. Catch that guy. Well, okay. We get to see it again because it's just so cool when I catch this key in the air. This
So
level I think
cool.
has a really fun skip where we just, on here you're supposed to like hide behind stuff, but you can actually just run and jump through it.
Yeah.
This chapter is so fast that like, what? Oh, I underjumped that. Like when you're doing well on this, it just flies by. It's also very hard, so sometimes, you know, it can feel, whoa. I'm gonna go, oh, well, that was not even close. I mistimed it. Dang, I went for a clip there, but I didn't get it. Some clips, the clips that I go for in runs are all consistent. So when you clip through walls, there's a thing called half blocks, and when you go to a corner of a half block, the game gets super confused. And if your speed is high enough, you basically can clip through walls. That's like a really basic way of explaining it. But you can also clip through like any corner. It's just based off of like frame timing and other stuff. There's also 2 bandages on this level. I already got one. I'm gonna get this second one. Oh no. Well, you can see it. I'm gonna get it for charity. Hello?
For charity.
Oh, I'm dashing way too quick. What happens when you get both of these bandages at the same time? Let's find out. Let's see how crazy this gets. Nothing happens. There's just 2 bandages. It counts as 1 bandage. It doesn't count as 2.
Oh, okay.
The game just looks to see.
I don't remember that. Yeah.
The game just looks to see if you grabbed a bandage in a level, and if you grabbed it, it counts it. And that's Dark Hell. We're going to go to Dark Salt. And this has some really fun clips right at the beginning. We're gonna switch to Nyjah here. Normally you have to go up and grab a key, but we're just gonna do a super dash. We're gonna do a super dash. Super dash and just clip through it like it's nothing. Same thing with this one. We're gonna use the float ability. We're gonna sort of abuse that to get up, or else it's like a nightmare to get up without the float. We're just gonna clip there. Yeah, I think you have time for like 2 quick donations. Game and shot.
All right, 2 quick donations. Let's take Hadron coming in with $100. Super Meat Boy soundtrack is the best. The Battle of Little Slugger is my favorite.
Heck yeah.
I've also got an anonymous $500 donation here. Favorite music is the theme for World 4.
Okay. So now I think I'm gonna do it. I don't do this in runs because it's really inconsistent, but it's like I was explaining earlier. If you get Glitch Girl on the same level there's a warp zone, you can see the warp zone over there to the right. You actually land on top of it. The problem is that it's RNG whether or not you get Glitch Girl. I figured if I'm donating for death, why not just die a bunch on purpose? And so we're waiting for Glitch Girl to look glitched. This sort of ruins the perfect RNG in a way. Because we could probably get it later. But, oh man, this isn't good. If you die more than like 15 times, it's just not worth it. But I've already died more than 15 times, so we're gonna keep doing it because I need to show it off.
This is where the death counting gets really hard. If you're
Yeah.
doing it live.
Oh no. Glitch Girl, please.
For charity.
Taking a lot of
For
deaths.
charity.
Charity! You could probably squeeze in a donation.
Sounds good. Let's take a $25 donation from Bree12am. Hey Shredberg, amazing run so far. Devil and Bass Dark Hell theme is a cat jam for sure. Also, shoutouts to the cutie in 3-17.
Heck yeah. Okay, so that was terrifying because I messed up that level after I grinded for like a minute long. This is also the hardest glitch level, by the way. Like, I don't think anybody is in disagreement that this is the hardest. It has this very fun jump right here. Like, you get used to it when you're speedrunning it, but also it gets pretty precise. You just don't want to over-adjust. So sometimes you just die there. Didn't happen too much, though. There we go. On a bit of a slow cycle here, but I need to remember, I am reminding myself, along with you, chat, that I'm going to be on top of a warp zone. And so I need to go into that warp zone. I can't move when I go back to the map. I would never do this. I would never actually move over the top of it. Okay, cool. Yeah, normally you have to replay the level, get the warp zone separately, but instead we kind of, we abuse a glitch where when there's again, when you get a glitch level, on a level there's a warp zone, you only have to replay it, or you just end up on top of it. By the way, very fun glitch. Right here, there's not actually, you can't fall through this. My favorite glitch in the game. And then a little known fact about the speed game, that looks like a skull in the background. Oh my gosh, these missiles, dude. That guy like wanted to so badly to get me. Oh, I missed the what's called a spawn dash. It's when you dash to the right as you spawn. Missed it.
So,
really good
Shredberg, what was the fun fact?
The fun fact was that it looked like a skull.
Oh,
Yeah, that was.
I thought you were gonna say, but actually it's something else.
But actually, it is a skull.
Oh, okay.
Was that not fun to you, Chaikitty? Are you not having fun?
Shredberg, it
Well,
was
here's some fun.
extre-
Here's a clip. This is my. Oh crap! I didn't
this
come up
one
with
is
this
fun.
with this clip, but I did come up with the setup, and it's more consistent, and I feel so
No,
good
that was
about it.
fun. Also,
It is
that was pretty
henceforth
fun.
called the shredberg setup. Oh no. I'm pretty sure people have called it that, but now if you don't call it that, I get to officially be mad at you. But was that one? Are you having fun now, Chaikitty?
I've been having fun this whole time. I just want you to know.
I'll just make sure my facts are a little bit more
Yeah,
fun
just
next
it was just your fact that wasn't as fun as I was anticipating.
They can't all be fell facts. You know?
This is true.
All
This is
right.
a fact.
So we are going to have a very fun thing in like 3 levels, but we have time for like 3 quick donations.
Okay, I've got Meat Boy coming in at $20. Much like Bandage Girl, Games Done Quick wraps me up and keeps me safe and secure twice a year. Thanks for everything you do.
I'd love to see the
Also,
actual meat boy.
I've also got a $106 donation. Cotton Alley Song is definitely the best.
Okay, that's a good one. I like it. I'm going to interrupt really quick because a bunch of people might be confused. We got blessed with Meat Ninja there. You don't want to see Meat Ninja in a speed run because it just throws you off, like it did right there for me. But Meat Ninja's like 1 in like 3,000 or something. I don't know what the actual RNG is for that. But you don't normally see it. And when you do see it, it's a beautiful sight. It means that, you know, all of your days are blessed with good vibes. So, chat, you got good vibes. So
What is Meat
Meat
Ninja?
Meat Ninja is like, it's basically when Edmund McMillan prototyped the game, his idea was Meat Ninja for it, because initially it was just a red block, and so his idea was like a red block but it's a ninja, and so they just added it into the game, and it has like a special message each time. So we just unlocked, or not we just unlocked, we're about to unlock a super hype character. There's Steve right there, not who I'm talking about, Steve from Minecraft. Minecraft is fine. Oh god, oops, I did an extra dash. But we're gonna unlock an even cooler character.
This really is the most exciting part of the run. I can't wait.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's a character that, like, look, the game it's in, I've heard that there's a movie with Hayden Christensen about it. Really cool. We're actually gonna use Mr. Minecraft right here. He can go through blocks. Normally you'd have to wait for this warp zone to like pop up, but we just go through it. And we get to see everybody's favorite character. That's right, Ogmo, let's go. He's got a
Let's
double jump. He's just like Kid. I have a Pog emote from him called Pogmo. I think it's pretty clever. Maddie Thornton made the same person who made Celeste, was shown it and said, "What do you think about this?" And they said, "Whoever's emote that is has questionable taste in emotes." And there's never been a bigger compliment I've ever received in my life than that. There's never been a bigger compliment. Okay, so Dark End has a little bit of a weird routing. We're actually going to go on 6-4X instead of starting out from 1 through 5. And this is because of Glitch Girl. The chances of us getting Glitch Girl just while playing through the level is like 15%. I think it's more like 12. It's really low. It's probably not going to happen. So what we do instead is we grind it on 6-3X. And there's some worrying things there. The reason why is because we can die with Meat Boy really quickly and still see Bandage Girl, so see when it turns into Glitch Girl. Hopefully, though, we get it on the way this run is going, other than Dark Salt Factory. I did it, Uber. First try. Are you proud of? Oh, actually, I should probably get through this. Uber, are you proud of me? I did it first try. If Uber's not proud of me, I don't think I'll ever make Uber proud. But first try, there was a run recently where that took me like 15 tries for no reason. It's hard. But it's not that hard. Not 15 tries hard.
Well, if it makes you feel better, Shredberg, it took me more than 15 tries.
That's fair.
That makes me feel better.
I hear Fel has never died. Let's go! It's RNG, dude.
Dude, no
Oh
way.
my god!
No way.
Are you
There's
serious?
no way.
There's just no way.
Oh my god! This had. Wow. That's it. That's all there is to say. Just
This
wow.
RNG is crazy. We also got Meat Ninja. This RNG is insane.
This is probably the
Other
best
than Dark
RNG.
Salt, like
this
Everything
run
except
ever.
Larry, yeah.
oh, that's right. Larry was pretty bad too. Oh gosh. Oh no. All right. A little worrying here. This is chaikitty's easiest warp zone.
Yeah, this is my easiest warp zone.
It jinxed me. There we go.
I've
Back
never
to Super
done
Mario
this
Bros.
one,
3.
so-
What a great game. Whoops. So cool. We're not gonna grind on 6-3x. So that's cool. So technically, don't do that, Meat Boy. Don't you dare bonk your head. Anyways, technically now this route is slower in a way, because we had to do extra map movement stuff and enters and exits through levels. But like, you don't actually care. 15% is very low. Like, even if you were a little bit off of PB, like, you still probably wouldn't go 1 through 5. It only saves like 4 seconds. Oh, just die. Kept clipping on stuff there. Need to hit a cycle in here. Oh, whoop. Phew. Well, I'm glad I already have Glitch Girl, because those deaths with Glitch Girl, ooh, it's a little bit stressful because this is a long level too. It's like, it takes me like 35 seconds, 40 seconds. There's a faster strat.
Yeah,
but
you gotta get these 3 different keys.
There's a strat that gets it done in like 30. I have not really practiced it. It's very uncomfy when you have Glitch Girl. It can be tough. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but just keep in mind that when you're grinding for Glitch Girl here, it's like a 4% chance each death that Glitch Girl pops up. So you're probably gonna, like, on average, have about 20 deaths there. And I don't want to, like, have a run come down to that level. Since we're at the very end of it, there's 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Again, shout out to the Super Meat Boy community. Shout out to my dog, Rupert. He's a corgi. Corgi derps in chat. Great boy. Really helps me out a lot. Shout out to my wife for going to sleep way earlier than me so that I don't feel bad when I play this game a lot at night. Let's see, who else is... Shout out to Fel the Curl and chaikitty for joining me on commentary. Shout out to the DIY emo scene for being one of just the greatest communities out there. Shout out to Awake But Still in Bed. Fantastic band. Check out them, Hospital Bracelet, Oolong, all great things. Great music, I don't know where I'd be without it. And this is the very end. So we're going to, like we did on the light version, I didn't explain it, we're gonna do like a dev exit in a way, where normally you like have to go to the right. Let's see. But we're just gonna like jump into the air, and time's about to come up. And that's time.
GG.
Woo!
Woo!
Awesome.
All right, so chat, here's what I'm gonna do for you guys, since you guys are all great. Guess the deaths. If you get the exact number of deaths correct, I'll gift you a sub to GDQ if you're not already subscribed. So in chat, go ahead and put in your guesses. You guys got like 30 seconds. chaikitty and Fel, do you have anyone
Can
to
I
shout
guess?
out in the meantime?
I would like to guess the number of deaths.
What's your guess?
I'm gonna guess there were 136 deaths.
Guess, Fel?
I'm going to guess 117 deaths, which is an
I'm
even
gonna guess
better guess.
142. I took a lot of deaths in Salt Factory that I was gonna say to no fault of my own, but my fault is doing that route. It's a bad route. Mate does that route, but he also does that way earlier in the run because it's so inconsistent. All right, let's go see the amount of deaths. Anyways, this is the amount of dollars I'm doing. It would be really cool if you guys matched me with donations on this, by the way. Or not you guys, but chat. You know, you guys know. 159. Anyone in chat get it? Oh, cool. There's probably some people that hit me. The thing is that you have to be subscribed to put the answer. So none of you guys can get gift subs from me. Unfortunate. But anyways.
I hate to see it.
You hate to see it, but it just is what it is. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. Keep getting those donations in, and yeah, everyone have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much for having us on commentary.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
a lot of
Thank
fun.
you. Yeah. Everyone go check out Shredberg on Twitch at twitch.tv/Shredberg. He's a very cool
Or
streamer, streams this game a
shredberg.com.
lot. Or Shredberg.com.
Or shredberg.com. Yes, go to shredberg.com.
That'll get you there too. Yeah.
Anyways, adios, mis amigos.
For that amazing display. That I mean, I've played Super Meat Boy, but well, I mean, there's somebody else here who put it better. Alphas Hados sent in $25, donating $1 for every death in my first run of Super Meat Boy, minus a few thousand. Super impressive to see Shredberg shredding through this game. Now let's get that Tazbot run. And as an update on that, we have crossed 70,000. We're at about $70,530 out of 200,000. Y'all are making fantastic headway here. Please keep it up. I want to see that on the schedule so bad. We also had a $50 donation come in from Cryobite. Shredberg is absolutely crushing this run. My wife and I take every GDQ off to watch every run we can, and this one has not disappointed. Unfortunately, she doesn't feel too well right now, so she's taking a nap. But it would absolutely make her day if this was read for the VOD. Oh, and Warp Zone! All right, I'm going to change gears here for a second because here's a donation. So there's a donation here for $500 from World 9 Gaming. Hello from all of us on the World 9 Gaming crew. We sure miss being there in person, but we're overjoyed to see you are still able to raise so much online. AGDQ and PCF will have an extra significance for us as we lost our longtime staffer and dear friend Paul last month after a short battle with stomach cancer. While he wasn't a familiar face on the stream, Paul did a lot of behind-the-scenes work with us at GDQ, from wiring up TVs and computers to driving our equipment across the country to the event. You could hardly find a more selfless, kind, and hardworking person, and we'll miss him more than we can put into words. We won't forget him, and a donation to PCF is all the more important to us. Cancer prevention and detection saves lives. So thank you for that, World 9. Those of you out there who know me might know I've also worked on the World 9 crew. And I knew Paul not as long as some of y'all, but he was just a genuinely warm human being. And, you know, I still owe him a solid I'm not going to get a chance to pay back. So thank you, World 9, for that donation. And thank you, everyone who's been sending in donations throughout this event. Yeah, just thank you all so much. We are going to take a quick break. This is Awesome Games Done Quick 2021 online, and we will be right back. And welcome back, everyone. This is Awesome Games Done Quick 2021 online, powered by Twitch. All right. We may not have been quite back yet, so let's try this again. This is Awesome Games Done Quick 2021 online, powered by Twitch. I am Mr. Game and Shout. I've still got one more run to be hanging out with you here. I want to fit in a quick donation. Looks like Exodin sent in $159, matching the Super Meat Boy Death Donation Challenge. Let's meet the TaskBot incentive, everyone, and push toward 3 million. We are almost at $75,000 out of the 200 for that. And a reminder, all of your donations towards the Super Meat Boy incentive also count towards the $2.5 million goal to get Ocarina of Time all dungeons added to the end of the schedule. So please make sure to get those donations in. All right. And I have word that we are ready now to go to an interview. Darkman is going to be having a chat with Kungfufruitcup, who is hosting, interviewing, and running Beat Saber later today. So with that, I will hand it off to Darkman and Kungfufruitcup.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2021 online. I am Darkman. I'm filling in for Keyzeron because, unfortunately, he's having a little bit of an internet issue right now, so it's unfortunate, but I'm here, so yeah. But I'm here with Kungfufruitcup, who is in a twist of fate, not the interviewer today, but the interviewee.
Weird.
Yeah, right?
That's weird.
So you have the upcoming Beat Saber run, which is going to be right after the Messenger. So how you doing?
You know what? With all of the things that I've been really gracious enough to be allowed to do with GDQ over the years, I'm pretty nervous. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, this is, after all, your first GDQ run, is it not?
My first mainline GDQ playing any kind of game. Yes.
I mean, listen, I mean, you did interviews. That kind of counts, right? I mean, do you feel like it's a lot different, I guess, doing the game versus the interviews?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess you can use one style, but this is different because it's like it's just a different part of you that you're showing off, like a different style of something you can offer, you know?
Sure, fair enough. Okay, so tell me about Beat Saber, a VR rhythm game. Very different in both ways. First, we don't really have a lot of VR games, and second, we don't have a lot of rhythm games. So it's like, you know, just combine the rarities together and you get Beat Saber. So like, talk to me, I guess, in a few seconds about like what makes Beat Saber Beat Saber. Like, what is it like? How is it unique aside from what I said?
It's you know, like you were saying in being in VR. Well, I guess the first thing that most people notice that feels really true is that the controllers, you know, they're made to look like lightsabers in the game. So you're like, yeah, I'm really feeling like a Jedi today. It's like if you wanted to explain it again to anybody who's pretty new to it, it's like Pump It Up or Dance Dance Revolution, but with your arms. So you'll notice similarities in like, oh, okay, instead of arrows, it's little blocks with arrows, and then it's coming at you. But you know, it's an adjustment in how you read those and like how you like implement the patterns, because it's like the way that you do swings, and like it helps you determine what maps are good and what are bad based on like what feels natural to swing around.
So I know you're not any stranger to rhythm games. I've seen you like do your Just Dance streams. So do you feel like, with like Beat Saber being like more arm based than leg based, do you feel like that like requires like a different skill set, or do you feel like you can kind of use those and blend them together?
You can, well, we've had jokes in my stream about playing both at the same time, and I'm like, there's no way.
Oh no.
Yeah. I've thought about it. I'm like, how would you ever combine that? Because I'm like, yeah, I know the song from both games, and like, how am I gonna? Yeah, there's no way. But it's definitely a different feeling because like Just Dance, for example, is more choreograph. You know, it's choreography. So again, like Beat Saber is going to be more like a Dance Dance Revolution because it's pattern. Like, I mean, they both have patterns in a way, but this feels like more basic. Like you learn this pattern, and that turns into choreography. So it's kind of like the opposite of how you would think about it with a like movement game like Just Dance.
Got it. Makes sense. So kind of talk to me a little bit about just like the charts that you play in the game, just like the songs in general. Like, there's of course the developer released charts that are kind of in the game, but there's also like a really huge like custom sort of mod community behind it. So like, kind of talk to me about like how that kind of like plays into just not only like the difficulty or the variety, but also just like your like approach to the game.
Sure. So look, I love the developers for making the game. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for trying to add an extra set of songs to the base game that are more difficult. But like with any game, the first things that you put out for it are going to be what the base levels of each difficulty, right? And so I feel like over time they've kind of aged. So there's like a really amazing modding community, like super amazing modding community. You can all go join the Discord if you're interested in the game, or you have it, or you're going to buy VR, or anything like that. But there's so much mod stuff that you can do with Beat Saber, from adjusting how your sabers look, how they're shaped. Like there's claw extensions so that they're really tiny. Like then there's like all kinds of crazy maps out there that do all kinds of things, like noodle maps. So they're similar to what you would see in other rhythm games, where you have like notes that come and then they stop and then they go in a different direction. I'm barely scratching the surface of that myself at this point, because I feel like those are becoming more common.
Right.
So we probably won't see any of those today. But again, this is another reason why you should all go check out more of like the modders, the pro players. Like there's so much great stuff. So anybody who has a PC and decides to get VR, like it's actually a really easy game to add a mod to. And then like you can just look up tons of tracks. There's Beat Saber is like the site. You can just like search it up. There's so much out there. So you're gonna see a lot of gaming songs today, a lot of gaming tracks.
All right. You want to maybe tease any of the songs you're going to be playing today, or we're just going to save that for the run?
I have more than one Undertale related song, because apparently people really like making maps for those.
Okay. Yeah, I would say like having played like Osu myself. Yeah, there's a lot of Undertale maps there.
Yes, but it's good music, and then people do a good job mapping it.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So now the most important question before I get to the social media questions. Do you feel like your cooking skills, in particular your knife skills, have improved because you're using your arms a lot with Beat Saber? I got her.
I'm going to be straight with you. No, but
unfortunate.
Maybe I should start messing around and see if there's a correlation there.
You just track from when you first started to what now, and see like how your cooking skills have been. Yeah, exactly. That's how you cut, right? With a knife, you just like go all over the place. Okay.
I throw my food in the air. I just have birds throw it at me, and I just try to do this.
All right.
No, don't. I'm safe in the kitchen.
Okay. I mean, we've seen your skills already, so we know you're well.
I have a quick question for you.
Oh.
How does it feel getting the chance to interview again when it hasn't for a while? And also, why do you feel like you're more superior to Hobbs? Because
Ooh, that's a great follow-up question. But the first question is, I really enjoy doing interviews. Like, it's been really fun doing it over the years. And yeah, I've been out for like a year now, but it's always nice to like come back and do them. You won't see much of me over the course of the next GDQs, but occasionally I might make an appearance, and it's always like super fun when I actually do it. So, and it's always even better when I have great interviewees. So there you go.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
You're great. Yeah. Now the follow-up question is, I mean, I've always known I'm superior to him, so it's really like, it's whatever,
Okay, good. This is very straightforward.
All right, so we're going to do rapid fire questions now.
Sure.
So we have social media questions. We have from Newt says, "Hey Fu, what's your favorite kind of tea?"
I like English breakfasts and some chais.
Okay. We have from Tim Supertendo, "How does it feel to be on the rudder side instead of the interviewer side for once?"
It's weird. I watch people do it all the time, but for me, it's again, I'm nervous. It's just a totally different feeling.
All right. We have from a special person at Keys are on. "Why is my internet down still?"
I don't know, Keys. Why? Just have you called it and told it to be better?
I feel like his dog can probably fix it.
I was gonna mention something about his dog too. I was trying to think of something real quick, but yeah.
Okay. And then the last important question we have from Keys are on again. Who's better at doing interviews, you or him?
Me or Keys?
Yeah. I have to ask it because he's not here.
Oh, we have totally different styles. You
can still evaluate it, put it together and see what's better.
I like to think that I've been improving, but I think he's a better YOLOer. He's just very, he's got the goof level that's really important.
Yeah,
You
it's
know, like meme levels are really high, and mine is
true.
just like, I'm trying to have fun. It's
All right, so in my totally objective opinion, we talked about this, me and Fu, in that me and Keys are kind of the similar sort of interview style. So I can compare myself to Keys. And I will say, your best redeeming quality is that you aren't us, because it allows you to kind of approach your interviews differently. So it's like a different kind of feel. And that's always good. Like our style kind of gets us into trouble sometimes, and you will never will. So there you go.
yeah. Yeah, I do like way too much prep sometimes. But yeah, yeah, for sure.
All right. Do you have any final shout outs before we head out?
Check out the modding community. They're awesome. I'm going to say it again during the showcase anyway. So
There you go. All right, well, that is it. So look forward to the Beat Saber run. It's going to be happening right after the Messenger. I am super looking forward to it. I know a lot of people are super looking forward to it. I know you're going to kill it. So, Kung Fu, thank you for taking the time to interview with us and interview
you.
me too.
I'll do my best.
All right, well, with that, that's going to do it. I am Darkman. That is Kungfufruitcup. And we are going to take it back to Shout. So, yeah, enjoy the rest of the marathon.
Awesome. Thank you, Darkman. Thank you, Kung Fu. All right. Once again, this is Awesome Games Done Quick 2021 online, powered by Twitch. I am Mr. Game and Shout, and I'm so happy to be here with you. Let's get a few more donations in here real quick. This is so cool. We've got a $100 donation here from JCube for Tazbot, but more importantly, for Paul. I've also got a $5 donation here from the Andersons, $5 train for Paul, and a $5 donation from Rob Draven for Paul. Come on, Twitch chat, let's drop a $5 dono hype train in his memory and get that Link's Awakening DX TAS incentive. Thank you all so much for those. That's just so incredible. On that incentive, we are now over $79,000 out of the $200,000 that we need to get that unlocked. So please keep that coming. I've got a $256 donation